Jimmie Johnson battled back from a bad pit stop early on and then exchanged blows with Kurt Busch in the closing laps of Sunday's Lenox Industrial Tools 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway to score his second straight NASCAR Sprint Cup Series victory. Busch bumped Johnson out of the lead on a restart with 9 laps to go, but it didn't take long for Johnson to return the favor and do the same to Busch 7 laps later.
You know, I have to say I was a little shocked, and I haven't spoken to him or really seen any video to know if he slipped and accidentally got into me or if that was his intentions. If it was his intentions, that's the first time that I've, in 9 years racing with him, I've experienced that, and definitely changed the way that I raced with him from that point moving on. I hate that he felt that I wasn't going to wreck him, because that was my goal, was to wreck him.
Johnson, who only led 9 laps on the day, rolled into victory lane for the 52nd time of his Sprint Cup career and tied Denny Hamlin with a season-leading 5th victory of 2010.
The win here is big for us. We've been a top 10 car for the last couple years and a top 5 car, and then now back to victory lane. So we've always enjoyed racing here. We love coming up here to run on this track, and very thankful to have our stuff together. And it's not too far away before we come back for the start of the chase, and we had a great starting point. And I know I learned a lot today, and I'm sure Chad did as well. And organization, Jeff ran well. I know we'll go home and debrief and be a lot smarter even when we come back.
Tony Stewart got off sequence on pit stops when the team didn't get enough fuel in the car on the first stop, and he was able to rally to a second-place finish after starting 25th. With the finish, Stewart was able to move up 1 position to 9th in the standings.
Just fought all day, and we got to our last fuel window stop there, and had to pit, I think, a lap or 2 laps before Casey blew up, and that put us a lap down. So catch the wave around and start at the back and work our way up.
Kurt Busch wound up finishing 3rd for his 7th top 5 of the season, and afterwards he talked about his battle with Johnson in the closing laps.
Well, I thought it was a great short track battle. It wasn't because he did something that I had to do something, or since I did something he had to do it back. Driving down into turn 3, I saw my window, and it was a perfect time to go for it because our car was good on the short run. And once 4 or 5 laps got on the tires, I knew we were going to have a hard time holding him off, and he was still going to be right there. So just a classic, get in the corner a little bit deeper than the guy. We didn't just flat out wreck him. We didn't cut his tire. We didn't drive over him. It was just a nice nudge that we're all used to seeing and appreciating on short tracks.
Jeff Gordon finished 4th for his 3rd consecutive top 5 of the season. Series point leader Kevin Harvick finished 5th and now leads Johnson by 105 points in the standings. Ryan Newman rounded out the top 6 with his 6th top 10 of the season. Clint Boyer and Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished 7th and 8th, respectively, and remain within striking distance of the chase field. Joey Logano followed up his win at New Hampshire 1 year ago with a 9th-place finish on Sunday, and A.J. Allmendinger completed the top 10. Kyle Busch, who led 46 laps, and Jeff Burton, who led 89, rounded out the top 12. The race was slowed in the early going by a debris caution, and then again on lap 240, when Casey Kane, who was running strong, leading 110 laps, blew an engine. The 3rd caution flew when Reed Sorensen, making his first of 3 scheduled starts in the Team Red Bull Racing number 83 Toyota, tangled with Juan Pablo Montoya as the duo raced through turn 3. The contact sent Montoya, who started from the pole and led in the early going, sliding hard into the outside wall and out of the race with a severely damaged number 42 Target Chevrolet. The 4th caution flew when Jeff Burton, who looked like he was on his way to a win, spun with Kyle Busch while the pair was battling for position within the top 5. Burton had elected to stay on track when the caution for the Sorensen-Montoya accident flew with 20 laps to go rather than pit for tires, a decision that proved fatal when the race went back to green and the number 31 Chevrolet began to slide backwards in the field. Be sure to check back with MotorRacingNetwork.com for the latest from New Hampshire, and stay with us all week as we count down to Saturday night's running of the Coke 0400 at Daytona International Speedway.